Maxine Waters is unhinged yet again. The anti-Trump Dem is doubling down on her calls for the president to be thrown in prison over Ukraine. When asked about it, Waters defended her comments.
Well, I think that most people who have watched me over the past 2 years know that I am a responsible person who have talked about the Constitution. They know that I've been serious about this. I've had the courage to stand up when nobody else would stand with me. So people know that I'm responsible and that I'm serious. And like I said, that impeachment is the imperative.
And trying to figure this out. After saying the president should be behind bars, Waters is claiming it's Trump who is putting her in danger.
He's the president of the United States of America. He's setting some of us up to be killed. I have death threats constantly. There are a number of people who have been convicted for threatening to kill me. I mean, I can't go to the grocery store anymore by myself. I have to pay for security all the time. I can't move around the country without security.
So, Jesse, this is the same woman who said that Trump cabinet members should be harassed in public while they're eating out or at the grocery store. So it's a little bit ironic to hear her complaining.
Yeah, first of all, no one wants a civil war.
Right.
And I think the Republicans are undefeated in civil wars. Just a little refresher course for those of you guys who forgot. Maxine Waters, no relation. I know her pretty well. And I used to be a booker for many, many years. And I understand Maxine. I understand why people book her. She's crazy, and occasionally you need to book crazy people on cable to keep the audience interested because you never know what she's going to say, and that's the delightful part about people like her.
It runs through and everybody named Waters.
Very unpredictable. And so this is what they do. They put her on MSNBC, and then they just let her go, and who knows what's going to happen, right? You had, like, Alan Grayson, people like that. You know, it's just crazy people, right? So this is what they do. So the crazy people have three cards they play. They play the race card, they play the gender card, and they play the death card. So now the death card, it used to be Republican policies kill people, right?
Right.
Repealing Obamacare is going to kill you, all that stuff. Now, Republican rhetoric will kill you. Build the wall will get people killed, whatever, gets everybody killed. So this is why they do that, though, okay? They try to tee it up so the next time there is violence in the country, they can blame Trump. They also do this to make themselves feel better about themselves, like they're so important that they might actually get killed. There's no kill list. I get death threats all the time, and I'm a wonderful person.
From me, especially.
Yeah, it's from you. It also creates fear in the electorate that Trump's rhetoric is so dangerous he can't afford a second term, and it also insulates themselves from criticism because, hey, you can't criticize me because people are trying to kill me.
Right. So, Greg, how do you feel about Abraham Lincoln?
What? That's an interesting question.
He's the Republican who won the Civil War.
He was a good guy. A little too tall for my tastes. Some interesting backstory I won't get into with him. But anyway, Maxine, it kind of symbolizes the hypocrisy of the entire left and the media in general. Only we, the media, can be hostile, right? They don't want to share the ball. And then they own the field. I've always said this before. That's why I'm tired of saying it. They own the field. They own the refs. They own the equipment. How dare Trump show up and beat them at their own game? Yep. You know, they never had this. It reminds me a lot of when Fox News showed up and everybody was going, oh, my God, there's this polarization. No, you only liked it when there was one poll. Right. And then you got another poll, and now you got to deal with that, and it's just not fair. You have to work harder to defend your beliefs. And I think that's what the problem is. As for the death threats, we all get the death threats, and that's just part of the game. There's a lot of crazy people out there, and there's a lot of new avenues to go after people. It's very simple. The bar is low for people to do that, but I think it's healthy that for both sides that there are now two sides, and she can't be complaining about it.
So, Dana, what are your thoughts on?
Well, I mentioned at the top that Pelosi deputizing Adam Schiff might not have been the best solution, but it might be better than having Maxine Waters out talking about it. Because Nancy Pelosi is trying to be very measured. If you listen to any of her commentary, she peppers it with things like, we need to be thoughtful about the Constitution, we need to pray for the president, we need to be working on the important work that the people want us to deal with. We have to work on the trade deal, infrastructure, gun control, and lowering drug prices. And she wants to do all of these things while she's going to be very measured. And then you have Maxine Waters who says actually he should be killed, or he should be in solitary confinement.
Right.
But the thing you have to wonder about is imagine being a member of Congress for that many years and no one taking you seriously at all.
Yeah. Juan, do you take Maxine Waters seriously as a very
I think we
responsible person?
Oh, yes. And let me just say, wow, she was ahead of the curve on impeachment, and yet you don't hear people say that. They say, oh, it's the moderates in the suburbs. She's ahead of the curve. She was saying all along these were impeachable offenses. But here's my point.
You're running in circles, you're always ahead of the curve.
You said, Jesse, we like, bookers like to get, I think what you said was crazy, which I think is offensive. I don't think that lady's crazy.
Maybe she's not officially mentally
she's an
ill, but
elected,
she's one of the wildest.
You can only call Trump crazy.
She is an elected member of Congress, so her constituents, unless you're saying her voters, no, I don't think that's nice. But anyway, I think that, in fact, your description, your prescription.
You tried to get Trump out of office because he was mentally ill. The entire media did, but I can't call her crazy. She wants to put him in prison.
Am I allowed to speak on this show?
Okay. So Juan,
you say they would like to invite people like her on. The last few days, I've heard from one person talk about civil war, spies, treason, suggestion that you're going to have someone executed, profanity in a text. It seems to me Trump is performing, he's energized, and this is going to be an epic brawl.
Yeah, his numbers are through the roof right now.
Yeah, through the floor.